Hard to believe, parked over 25 years ago because of that little thing.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Now, these cars are notorious for having what they call the Valley of Death. We're hoping that this car is not one of those, but we really won't know until we dig in. Oh gosh. I'm gonna fill just this pan up with just the water.
Rat's nest for sure.
Rat's house, huh? They were living down in there, weren't they? God, I just don't want to come. That one's got a hole in it. Ain't that a hole?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That ain't good.
No.
Hey Mike, this is Lance again. Did you get those pictures I sent over?
Oh yeah. I'm looking at the first photo that's of the Valley of Death, and yours looks dead.
So I guess at this point, with locked up crank and the timing chains probably all rusted up down low, and then a hole in the block, it's pretty much done for a block.
That would be my assessment. Yeah, I think bringing that engine back to life is more trouble than force.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Oh golly.
Look at all that rust down there. Can you see it on the back side of that piston there?
Oh yeah.
Dodge all the mud in there. Golly.
Oh wow.
I mean, that looks like someone just dumped straight dirt down in
like I
there,
said, it's...
But that ain't coming off with it on this engine stand.
No, sure not.
That ain't good. That ain't good at all. I think that'll work.
I think that'll work, yep. I believe so.
Just something where we can get these pulled out, you know?
Right.
Should I go ahead and pull them out just to make sure?
Probably so.
Hopefully it don't try flipping. Should work. I guess take these out. There's some there, and then yeah, those.
Those across there.
And wait on these to the last to see if they have to come out or not. Two more there too.
Right, yep.
Let me grab that rubber mallet and just see if it tries to come loose. You want to give it a whack somewhere over there. It's just a gasket kind of holding it. Dipstick.
Dipstick.
There it goes. Whew, yeah, I can see that a lot better now. It sure is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Big old chunks, huh?
Yeah.
Get the vacuum, I guess, and just try
Probably
to
so.
suck it up best we can. crud down in there though. You think it would hold any kind of fluid if we filled it up
Yeah, I mean,
with something to clean it with? I mean,
to a certain extent, I mean, it's gonna leak some off, I believe.
Well, the only way,
That little hole may.
yeah, it can go through that little hole, I guess. Yeah, it might leak out pretty fast on that. It's got that little hole, but then the only other spot it'd have to leak past the pistons.
Right.
Which if it's doing that, then we're doing some good, you
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm.
At least it's cleaning around them. I think we just top it off with, I'd say some evapor-rust, but I think there's still too much oil down
yep.
in there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we could fill it with some vinegar first, let it set a few days, and then see what it looks like and clean it. Let it set, clean it, let it set, clean it.
Right.
And it might turn over, I don't know. So we ended up topping this thing off with around 3 gallons of vinegar. Once we got it poured inside, we found out that we were indeed leaking fluid through the hole in the Valley of Death. Now we went ahead and just put some catch pans up underneath this engine so we could go ahead and try to recycle that fluid and allow that vinegar to set in there long enough to clean and do its thing. Once we come back a month later, we found an extreme mess that looked like expandable foam. So we decided it was time to go ahead and clean this up the best we could. And for all you guys that say that vinegar will never work on cleaning up rust, in this case, it did really well. As you can tell on our rod right here, it's cleaned up pretty good. Also on our crank area right there. Every place that this vinegar touched, it cleaned it up just to pretty much bare steel. Now in our cylinders as well, they were also super rusty, and it appears like most of that's cleaned up. Where we can get a toothbrush in there and kind of scrub it around, it cleans up real easy. Now on the bottom side of our crank here, still pretty rusty, but obviously we can't get fluid to that point to clean it. So at this point, I think we're just gonna go ahead and clean up the bottom side of the engine the best we can, bolt it back together, flip the engine over where we can fill it up with vinegar, allow the bottom to soak, and hopefully she'll turn over for us then. Now where we go from that point, I really have no idea. We need a bathtub or a swimming pool. What a mess. Let's go ahead and go with it. It's dry.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Look. That's where it looked like it come through. Mm-hmm. More than that. It looks like it come through a different spot in the valley than in the hole. It doesn't even look like the hole. Any vinegar come through it. Kind of wondering if we don't pour vinegar while we got it like this.
Right in that.
In
Both of those.
those and then in that.
And see if it goes down or.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Golly. Oh my gosh. It's a lot of rust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, there's a hole. You can feel that go all the way through it.
Oh, I see it. About the size of a BB.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But you can't really tell vinegar come through that one there. Like
I know
that.
it, yeah. Like I said, that one there, you can definitely feel that it's.
What if we pour vinegar up in these and then pour it down in these cooling ports, which should fill up, you know,
Right.
that cavity around the liners. It's gonna go through those, obviously. That's, I mean, that's a hole.
Right.
But that's what we're trying to see if we can fix. Now, if it comes through where these liners are, then we're gonna have to pull
Yeah.
the heads, pull the pistons and the liners and all that mess. I was hoping we could get it to turn over though and, you know, patch that hole somehow, but now we got two of them.
Yeah. And that one's kind of in a
Weird spot.
weird spot. It's not at the bottom, it's on the side, so.
Sure enough. More vinegar and more waiting, I guess. Going somewhere. Nothing coming out of the bottom yet?
Nothing yet, nope.
Still good, huh?
Still good.
Well, that's good. Our liners might be okay, or it might take a little bit for it to start
Yeah,
leaking out.
mhm.
I mean, to fill up the valley.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to check something on it. And there it comes.
Instantly, huh?
Yep.
I think that was our main problem, not the hole. That, I wonder if this one comes through. Should.
Nope.
It's taking air though. I can see it bubbling here. But yeah, the hole that we found was not the. I mean, it's still an issue because
Yeah.
see, you can. It is taking it, but just
Oh,
real
yeah.
slow. But this one here, as soon as I put it in,
Yep.
it wouldn't take long if you were washing it off or it got in a heavy rainstorm to
Right, yeah, that's.
fill that up.
Yep. That's taking in quite a bit through that hole.
I guess we'll still just fill it up the most we can and let it clean up in that valley.
Right,
You
yep.
never know, there could be even more stuff we're not seeing. Let that sit. We may end up having to pull these valve covers off though, and because as much, I mean that's where the spark plug goes in now, so
Right.
that come through,
It came through
around
there.
the piston, but
I seen when you pulled this one.
that one's on the, is going to be on the intake valve.
Yeah, you can see a little rust kind of coming through on.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, that don't look too good. Same with that one. So, we probably need to pull these valve covers off and see what it looks like on the top sides of the heads. Before we know it, we'll be pulling these heads, I'm sure. Look at that. Rusty. But that had to come through the piston as well, around the rings, and then
Could've,
that
yeah.
valve was open, and so it come out of this.
Right, yep.
Come out of that instead of that, the spark plug hole. Yeah, we just need to fill it up. Let it keep soaking is all I know to do. All it's costing us is a little time and vinegar at this point.
Right.
So it's been about a week we've been allowing this vinegar to set down in our valley here. This first hole that we found to begin with doesn't look like it's lost much vinegar at all. Now this new hole that we found, that thing's pretty stinking big, and it almost looks like there's two of them there. The one on the left is all the way through, the one on the right is right there at it, and it's pretty close to our oil passage there. Now inside we went ahead and put some vinegar inside of our heads here, down on our valves. You can see it's starting to get pretty nasty there, but doing a little bit of cleanup. Down inside of our pistons where we've poured vinegar in there, not much has seeped by, so I don't know how well it's cleaning in there. I don't know how bad those rings are. Apparently they're pretty rough for that vinegar not to pass through them there. And we also put some vinegar down in the block here that goes around our cylinder liners, and that should be cleaning it up as well. We're going to go ahead and try to get that back on that crank, maybe let Dad get on this flywheel back here, see if it tries to move any at all, and then if not, make a decision of where we want to go from there. It moved.
Yeah, nothing back here.
It moved up here. It moved about an 1/8 to 1/4 inch here, like it always had.
Yeah, I'm not getting nothing, no movement at all back here.
Really?
Put it back here.
Yeah, we are right. There's a little mark we put with permanent marker, and it's right there on the timing mark there. Ready?
Yep. No, nothing here. Did you get any movement?
Yeah, it moved some.
Yeah, there's nothing back here still.
Yeah, I wonder if just the pulley is moving on that key some with this nut, which ain't good either.
Yeah.
But this is smaller, it's going to be easier to see it move than out further where that is. But regardless, it doesn't seem like it's still locked up pretty stinking good. It moved that much to begin with. And it not being on something you can actually get some good pressure on. We're fighting all of our strength just losing it in the engine stand.
Right.
Oh, man. And we still don't know, is it the bottom of the crank still not clean well enough, or is it I think it's going to be the pistons. Because they should have took down some of that vinegar.
I started to say, you would have thought with...
And they were rough shape anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we pull the valve covers off. I mean, we might as well see what it looks like on these cams and stuff. And then the next step would be to, I guess, pull the heads off. And you're right there at the pistons and liners then.
Right.
We can check them out.
Yep.
But regardless, we still got a big old hole in the block. That's bigger than what we thought we had.
Right.
I guess we're going to pull that AC compressor.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
You want that impact?
Now just, I'll go the old hard way. That one scares me.
I don't think the top end up here is going to be too bad. But it may look it because when we had the motor flipped over and filled it full of vinegar, should have got all up in this area too. Ugh. Yeah, worse, way worse than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that don't look good at all.
Thought that was master link.
You said it had all that vinegar come through
Right.
here and was sitting in here. Makes me wonder what it looked like before, though.
I know it.
Yeah, guess we'll get the other side off. Just go ahead and peel it
Peel
off.
it off. Okay.
Golly. Your side's worse than mine. Man. Maybe this thing was in a flood or something. Look at that.
Yeah. That's not good at all.
Tell that chain is, it's rusted that way. You know what I mean? It is bad rusted. Which I'm trying to figure out. It looks like the head bolts hold on these rocker arms. But I don't know how you get the cam gear off to pull the cam, or to pull the, you know,
Right.
which normally you would be able to turn it over and find your,
Right.
you know, your key and your chain and take it loose there. But with us not being able to turn it over, we've got to figure out how to get this gear off the.
Right.
Well, I guess we could cut the chain. Might have to do that. I don't know. I don't think at this point we've got a lot to lose. Let's just pull the head bolts off and
Okay.
I don't know. Hopefully we don't regret it. But
With a hole like that, I don't think there's going to be no regrets
yeah.
unless we don't do it.
Good grief. I don't know what the torque says on these, but they're pretty tight.
That's what I say. It's a little more than finger tight.
Let me get a chitter.
Yeah.
I guess I can use this one. Ooh.
Got that cheater torque on it.
Starting to lose some vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
Coming through where the head and the block meets together. But I mean, this thing ain't gonna come off though until we get that
Right.
chain off. I say we just cut it. I wonder if that'll come through there now. drop it down in there. There
Right,
it goes.
got it.
Wow, look, the chain just fell apart where I didn't even cut it.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that thing was never, even if it would have turned, it would have broke.
Yeah, would have been into issues.
Pretty bad. Yeah, I have a feeling the shop's gonna be smelling like vinegar for a while. Yeah, I guess I gotta pull these out of the, I wasn't thinking about all this other stuff. I gotta pull off this alternator and all these out of the timing cover. Let me tighten those back up just a hair so not all the weight's not on it. Pull those out. Head ends right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess if I pull this one out, alternator should come off with it. That should allow that to come up with the head.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Loose. Go ahead and take them out. Them things are long. Good grief. It's gonna be stuck on this timing cover. Let's see. Let me just pull that off so it's not in the way. Loose. Coming, ain't it? Yeah, it's definitely coming. There it goes. Well, don't look as bad as I thought it would.
Right.
But the head gasket is.
That's pretty tough right there. And it ain't like it's soft, it's still hard kind of.
Got a lot. Yeah, it's so bad up in there where that timing chain goes. Golly.
I mean, even the guide thing.
Yeah,
like
that's what. There's another guide over here that's real rusty. Does the head gasket actually go? No, I guess it ends there. Let's get it off and see what it looks like around the liners. The head gaskets don't look bad though. I don't think that was an issue.
I have to go from that bottom side because.
Look, there's that lard looking stuff.
Yep.
Huh. I have to say I expected worse, honestly. Them liners are thick, ain't they?
Is that them or is it that thinner one right there?
No, it's this whole
Okay.
thing. Golly, there's like, oh my gosh, look, this thing had to be, there's shells down in there. Isn't that what that is?
That's what it looks like.
But how could a... There ain't no way. It looks like little seashells.
Like little snails or something,
Yeah.
maybe? Dissolved now?
Yeah, it's just that coolant stuff. Take the other side off.
Thanks. I see that's soft there, but there was that one. Oh, right there. You can feel that just, that's hard rust in there.
Where's that little light at, that little one? Up inside there. Kind of hard to see, but man, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's rusted bad in there. I can actually see down in around these liners. Man, it just keeps getting worse. Break off there. Can you break this link first? I have a feeling we're going to take this timing cover off too. No way to keep from it. Figured it'd just break. Like the other side. This side looked worse than that side to me. So, the distributor is in the head there?
Yeah, it comes. I'm not sure, but is that it right? It comes to the
Oh, yeah, that's it.
to the cam there.
Huh, so that'll come off.
With it, yeah.
You can try to break them loose, but I bet we gotta get actual ratchet and a cheap bar.
Got one.
Beat you, I got two on my side. They don't feel like they break when they turn loose.
I think that's got it.
All of them? Okay. I think that's all of them.
I believe so.
Let's go with it. making a mess. Like I'm working under a waterfall. Ooh, about dropped it. Got it? I'll set it on that board over there.
Yeah.
Well, this piston's got some weird looking stuff in it. Ugh, more of that lard stuff.
Yep. I know part of the problem of trying to get the head off was I was trying to pull up on this.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
dumb on my part.
It looks a little nastier on this side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the radiator looks like on this car.
It's hard to say. Yeah, it could be.
It's got to be terrible. And then once again, what is that lard looking stuff in this?
Wasn't sure where to find it. I started to say taste it, and I thought you were going to.
No. We've seen some pretty bad stuff, but I don't know if it's been in so many different areas.
Right, yeah.
This thing is messed up all over. I think we might as well pull the timing cover off. See what all that stuff looks like
Right,
at
yep.
this point. Just think, when we started, we thought we might just have a few fuel problems. Easy enough to pull the water pump off, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pull this pulley off. I wonder if the motor would actually turn over now, but it's gonna probably try to push these liners out of the block.
True, yeah. It's got to come off though, so short of putting the heads back on it.
Well, you could hold it back there on the flywheel.
True, I could do that.
But I don't know that it's going to make any difference if the liners pop loose at this point.
True.
See if it'll come off with the impact with just a quick hit to it. It's not going to do it. I'll have to try to do it with this breakover. My goodness. It's coming. Whew.
Thing is though, it ain't.
It ain't trying to move.
It ain't trying to move back here.
It's still stuck bad.
I never felt any pressure coming against me. only thing that's come off easy so far.
Yeah. Trying to make sure that the key's still up in it. Let's pull all those. We're probably going to lose more fluid.
Right.
I think it'll come off. Trying to make sure there ain't nothing we're missing. Got that pry bar over there? I can get right here. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, those ones go into the block. What about those, you think?
I wouldn't think so.
Mine acts like it's being held right up. There it goes. Little pins.
Got it?
Yep.
Whew.
Look at all that. That's just more dirt and stuff. Phew, man, that's bad.
And the chain's just
Rotten.
super stiff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This thing was just completely full of water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks pretty rough, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that we've ever got anything up this high.
Right.
Which when it was upside down, it should have, though. And maybe it just needs a good clean off. Maybe the vinegar was cleaning that. Let me get some brake cleaner and spray it just to see what it looks like. I mean, a lot of it is coming off. See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to prove to myself at this point. It's still
Yeah,
so
still,
bad.
yeah, still froze up and it's still.
Still locked up, still got a hole in the valley, 2 holes. I think we need to learn how to give up. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's clean as can be. I think it'd have a little bit of a rust color to it. We'll use that. Don't look dirty. at all, does it? Figured that bottom part of the crank would have tinted it some. A little bit of nastiness there. Grab that impact, and I guess we'll go ahead and pull this pan off in case there's any gunk in it. We're not flipping it over.
I'll let you get yours. I've got the corner one still left there, so.
You still got one more in the corner.
Oh, okay. Look, I'll look beyond that one.
Yeah.
Let me just dump it in this.
Yeah. There's some crud, huh?
Yep.
All right. Grab a bag for these and then flip it over and make another huge mess. I think this is the dirtiest the shop's been in a while. Somewhat of an art to this.
Yeah.
So, in order to pull out the rods and I believe you pull the rods loose and pull out the pistons with the liners, but we're gonna have to get this bottom part off again to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That old oil and vinegar has a funky smell that I don't even know I could explain to
I know
somebody.
it, yeah. Ooh, and it's slick too.
I think just run some of them bolts through some of those
Yeah, I think
timing
let's
cover
slide
bolts.
this back just a little bit more though, 'cause we need to go forward just a hair more. Something like that. Yeah, I think so.
Just go like right there. There. Jack it up a little bit.
All right.
Maybe a little bit more. Shoot, got it. always one stubborn one.
Mm-hmm.
This is one way to do it.
Yep.
Man, a lot of that's just rusted back up. I think when we flipped it over, everything that was clean didn't get vinegar at it, so it just started, didn't have nothing there, it just started rusting back. Needs to be completely submerged.
Right.
Every bit, top to bottom. You want to try this one first?
Probably gonna be the easiest. Not necessarily the easiest, but yeah.
That piston's at the bottom of the liner.
If you think you can get on that one, that may be a...
Yeah, I can get at it. Gently. Good grief. Those things are tight. My goodness. Let's see, busted knuckles in the feature of that right there. Let's give it a little tap, see if it'll come apart.
Right behind you, the hammer.
Those look pretty good,
Yeah.
don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, those look pretty good. We find a good clean spot to keep this. There it goes. Ready?
Yep.
Is it just the piston?
That's what I'm. Yep. It's just the piston moving.
You just take the pistons out and try to get the liners out later.
Wondering if we could get to all of those and just loosen off of them in that and see if the crank will turn, or if it's, bump the pistons.
Oh, yeah.
See if it's the crank, or because it may not be the pistons in the sleeves, it may just be that crank.
It's gotta be. Start loosening them all. Now that one may be fun to get at.
Yeah.
Same with those. Those are kind of way down in there. Yeah. those are going to be tricky.
We just turn it over and get them up there.
I wish that's what we need to do.
You would think.
Let's just try to take this loose and see
Okay.
if that one drops down. Oh man.
Those
Looks
things look
great
good.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Crank looks good. Bearings look good.
No movement whatsoever on that one.
Don't want to move. The board's a little bit too big. Let's take the rest of these off. Little bit on that one,
Yeah.
but not bad at all. Not bad at all, at all.
Piston's moving.
Pistons moving.
Yep. Yep.
Let me go back to this one. Never did see it really move. I just can't get on that one. It's too far down in there.
Piston's moving.
Moving?
Yep.
Okay. As long as we know it's moved some.
Yeah,
you know?
it moved. I felt it just a little, but it did move.
Maybe I can get on that with like a swivel or something. I don't know about this right here. Already as tight as they are.
I would say probably just with this one being loose will help some. So if we can't get that one, then I'd rather know that we didn't round it or anything.
I might have to be where you're at.
Okay.
So. All right. I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
Right.
Man, I wish it would turn.
Have we done that one?
Yeah, that one's loose.
Okay.
I haven't got that one, but I don't think I can. It's just, I can't
Too
get
much,
on
yep.
it good enough. So, them two bottom ones. Got it. No.
You sound like his throat torqued out.
Hey, I did see this gap or something. I feel like the gap opened on that rod.
Oh, I took a gap in my teeth.
The only other thing I'm thinking to do is you could get up here and hit. I mean, I really don't want to go to that, but
Right. But it seems like the pistons, once you get them to moving, they are sliding in there.
yeah. I wish I could get this one out, but just not in the right spot. No, I just see something bad happening. Alright, so we got 3 of them loose. What's bad is to get to this one, it needs to go this way, counterclockwise, and to get that one, it needs to go clockwise. And to get to, which other one is it? That one we need to go. So I guess we got 2 that need to go clockwise. I don't want to, but when we could get on that with a piece of wood and see if it tries to move any.
I think it'd be worth a try.
That one won't need much before I can get on it. That crank is stuck.
It is stuck. You would think with these being loose though that would...
Yeah, if it got all the main bearings actually loose on it. That one's
loose.
I don't know, unless you think we start trying to get them main bearing caps on. And then there's no reason why the crank won't turn then.
Right.
I mean, we still got this one chain here. If that deal's locked up, which I guess is your oil pump maybe, we can cut that chain. We may have to get it off this engine stand pretty soon.
Right.
To get that flywheel off. But let's try to see if those will come off, I guess. There it goes. Yeah, them ones look pretty rusty there on the crank, ain't it? Very dry. Find another place to store this.
Well, I've seen some movement in it.
Yeah. I'm not on the best spot. This is where it's going to be why it was locked up so bad.
Yeah, you can tell it's super dry there.
Yep, all kinds of rust on the crank. Think we could get lucky enough that with that being loose, it might turn the way we need it to?
It might.
Try it.
Let me kind of center that up there.
I want it to go back. That way, right? My goodness, it's still that stuck? Yeah, turn that down. Go a little bit more and get on it.
Trying to help you out there. Okay.
Let me see if I can get on that one. Whew-wee.
Well, that's definitely headway.
Yeah. Those two are loose, so that one.
Yeah, I think you can get at that one.
It looks like, yeah, that's not a bad thing, or a bad thing.
Yeah, it's causing those
It's just
to...
turning the bearings with it.
Guess I need to help you, don't I? is that one right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can go ahead and get this one off though. Because we're gonna have to turn it back the other way, right?
Yes.
Well, I just don't want to be able to not be able to get it this way. Please don't drop it. Whew, got it. Yeah, I mean, it is moving. Tell me what you think.
Now it needs to come some. Just a second. We're about to lose our, what you call it there?
Rod cap.
Yep.
Yeah, let's try to get that out of there.
Too tight for my fingers, unless you want me to tap it down.
Let me see if I can get it that right there. Huh. Why don't they go on there?
I think it's because that right there, the piston, it's the rod cap staying where it's supposed to be. It's the piston itself that's it's coming away from.
So I need to
The
try
rod.
to hammer that piston up.
Yep. Okay, you're coming out of the sleeve there. We just.
I still can't get on that that nut though. I'm gonna have to come far enough that I can get on that nut.
Right. So we're probably going to come all the way
That's
out.
fine.
Okay.
I can't see though.
Oh.
Still coming?
Nope. I could stop there.
Man, it's one thing after another.
Maybe if we rotate a little more, that'll bring up past that.
Maybe. It's something to do with where we're at.
Mm-hmm. It's like that's getting in a bind. I wonder if we can go back a little bit and get that off. Or it could be this. These are right against that too.
That's what it is. Let's go back though. Let's get it off of that. There you go. All right, that's good. I sure wish I could get that out. It's
There's
next
your
to
wish.
the last one. Can't get on that. Go down with that one then. So we have more room to turn it?
Go down with the piston.
Yep. A little more if I can?
Yeah, you can. You still got another inch to go before it. That may. I just can't remember which way we're going. of the oil.
Oh man. Yep. Dang.
It lifted up, didn't it?
Huh?
Did it lift up?
It broke.
I know, but did the crank lift?
Yep. 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 Which, that's external.
Replaceable, yeah.
Yeah. Let me cut that stupid chain. Might as well get all that out of the way if I can, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that crank's coming up out of there.
Yeah, ain't that duct tape can't fix.
Yeah. That rust wasn't stronger than us. Well, I don't know if we just don't. I still need to get that rod loose though to pull the crank all the way out.
Right.
Let me see if I can get that socket on there.
It's, like I said, it's pretty close there. Oh.
Okay, I'm on it. Okay, finally. Well, I lucked out on that one. Let's see if we can get that off.
There it goes.
Last one.
Okay, so we only lack the last one, but it's... We're gonna have to turn it back. That's what needs to go.
Yeah. Well, we're at the point though where we're gonna have to pull this crank out, but we're gonna have to get off this engine stand to get that flywheel off.
Right. You wanna get that right there first?
This rod cap?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can.
Going the right way?
Yep. Got it.
Huh?
Come right out, huh? Mm-hmm. That's good, because we're right there at the point of... We're pulling the crank out, I guess. I mean, it decided it wanted to come out on its own, so...
Yeah, we need to clean it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell that is just...
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
It never got anything to it
Right,
to clean.
yeah.
It was just seized. It was just rusted solid. I'm trying to think what's going to be the best way of holding this engine to get it off this stand. Get the flywheel off, but not be in the way of the crank coming out. I'll go ahead and take that one off. You think we can run a chain? What about up here to like a
Head bolt.
head bolt? Yeah.
Run
Might
it wire
work.
to here.
Yeah. To the, well, it's going to be all kinds of.
I don't know how it's going to pull it.
Think it's going to work?
Either will or it won't. As well as it can work.
Yeah. What days a maid come by? She gonna need a raise after this job. Pull them out, huh? Probably. Yeah, Joker's probably heavy. Kind of got it there.
Yeah. Got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Our rear seal popped loose. Broke or something.
Yep.
So I guess this little thing here will be the only thing. Take that off and it should come out, I think. Not very tight. Silicone holding it. A little pin. Yeah, she's about to come out of there. Put this in a bag. It's the last main cap, ain't it?
Yep.
I'm wondering now if it would just pull up out of there.
Yeah, no, it's going to be this one right here that's...
Oh, that one needs to come out. There it went. Ain't gonna come all the way out on that one though, is it?
No, but it will once we get it out. The
A screwdriver to try to tap it down in there more.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll clear.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to try to do the same on one of these. Which one do you think will be easier or better?
I just feel like you can get a better swing at this one. Just I seen it going.
Just gonna leave that nut on that one there.
Try to get it
I
up.
think it'll come out.
Oh, it's just barely.
Man, take that one
Take
out.
that one out too, I guess.
It's not against that crank, is it? There you go. Come on.
There it goes. If it don't come out now, then we'll have to try something else.
There you go. One of those little puzzle games. Whew.
Oh my goodness.
I'm glad that's out of there. So after fighting and fighting on tearing apart this engine, needless to say, we're way deeper in this thing than we ever wanted to be. Now that we've got this crank completely pulled out of the bottom of the engine, we still have all the pistons and rods that we're going to have to remove as well. Now all this stuff has just been extremely rusty, so trying to get these rods and pistons through these cylinder liners was an extreme chore in itself. So after hours of hammering on these things, we were finally able to get the pistons and the rods out of the liners, but the liners themselves, they just didn't want to budge. Now that we've got everything cleared out of the way on the bottom of this engine, you can actually see the valley from the bottom side. And that right there is another hole that we had no idea about. So on this side over here was the bigger hole we found right down there, and it is very close to our liner, as you can tell. Now on our actual oil passage there, it really doesn't look extremely bad, but you can tell the block up above there is starting to actually kind of corrode through quite a bit there. So originally we had hoped that we could just get some vinegar down in this block, allow it to soak and clean up the best it can. We were honestly hoping we could just get on the flywheel or the crankshaft pulley and see the engine turn over that way. Never in our wildest dreams did we ever think we'd have it dismantled down this far. Now we knew that we had a pinhole in our valley of death, but honestly we were just hoping it was something small enough we could fill over with some epoxy and move on from there. But at this point, the deeper we dig, the more rust we found, the more holes we found, and the more problems that we're going to have to deal with. So as you guys know, if we were going to give up on this thing, we would have done it a long time ago. At this point, we're literally going to submerge this entire block down into evaporust in hopes to be able to move forward. Now, if this thing actually cleans up as well as all the internals in the engine, will we be able to actually put it back together and see this thing last? Will the Valley of Death be something that we can also repair? All these are still questions in the air that we have no answers to. So I guess at this point, your guess is as good as ours. Now this thing has definitely put up a good fight, but at this point, I definitely feel like me and Dad still have a little fight left in us as well. As always, thanks for watching as we walk through this valley of death together. Now remember, stay confident in the Lord and ye shall fear no evil. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Work? And then we just go. I know, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna give you a hug.
I say you take this now that you take all these parts.
Clean it.
A big jug. Or not jug, a laundry thing of vinegar. Set the whole motor in it.
Yeah. There's that.
It's somewhere in there.
What odds of that?
It was on your back the whole time you were going.
Well, it's like, Court last night had this little thing and he just threw it and I was just like, where'd it go? And I looked down, it was stuck to my shirt. I'm breaking hearts every time I sing my song. Cause people love my voice. People love my voice. You're gonna accidentally. But the deeper we've dug into this engine, the more rust we found, the more holes we found, and the more problems that we've got to work our way around. Found, hound, downed.